Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another edition of Bad Deck Monday. It's been a few weeks since the last one, but I'm pretty sure you guys still know what the deal is. We're going to take some fun, silly ideas, put them into practice, and see if we can have a few good games on Pokemon TCG Online. And today is going to be a very, very fun deck concept. It's going to revolve around Raticate and Mew EX. So first of all, let's take a look at Raticate. Everybody loves this guy. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people love this little guy. 60 HP. First attack, gnaw through, not that great, but Super Fang is where it's at. You put damage counters on the defending Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. So it's pretty straightforward. If your opponent has 180 HP, brings them all the way down to 10. Does 100, or I guess it would be 17 damage counters. Doesn't actually do damage, but it would drop their HP all the way down to 10. Doesn't matter what their starting HP is. If it's 230, if it's 30, whatever, it goes down to 10. All right, the problem with Raticate, besides its 60 HP, is it costs 3 energy. That's a lot to commit to a 60 HP Pokemon that's just going to get knocked out immediately. Also, putting something down to 10 HP, not great. They can just heal it off or retreat or whatever the deal is. But the thing is, Super Fang on its own isn't very good, which is why we need some help. So, first of all, the obvious combo with Super Fang is Hypnotoxic Laser. So you can poison your opponent's active Pokemon, and then when you Super Fang put them at 10 HP, the poison knocks them out between turns, and you get effectively a one-hit knockout with Super Fang and Hypnotoxic Laser. So this is what makes Raticate, potentially good. The Hypnotoxic Laser turns your almost knockout into a one-hit knockout as long as you pull this combo off. Now, the other piece of the puzzle is actually going to be Mew EX. So Mew has Versatile, which allows it to use the attack of any Pokemon in play. We're going to be using Mew to use Super Fang. But you might be thinking, man, that doesn't work. You still got the same problem. It takes 3 energy to attack. Mew, 120 HP on a Pokemon EX. Not much better in terms of surviving. Right? It's still going to get knocked out pretty quickly, and it gives up 2 prizes in the process. Well, the difference is we have Dimension Valley. So when you have Dimension Valley in play, each Psychic Pokemon's attacks cost 1 colorless less. Alright, here we go. So with Dimension Valley, Super Fang now only costs 2 when we're using Mew EX, which means we just have to put a double colorless energy on a Mew, and we can Super Fang for 1 energy attachment. Problem solved. So there we go. Mew, Raticate, Hypnotoxic Laser, Dimension Valley. This 4-corner combo can result in one-hit knockouts. That's pretty cool in my book. So we have a 3-3 line of Raticate for Mew. Since it is your main attacker, it's pretty much all you want to attack with. We could attack with Raticate sometimes, but whatever. We'll try to focus more on the Mew. Okay? So that's our main strategy. Use those, try to get one-hit knockouts, and win. Now we have some other supporting cast members here. Mr. Mime, always great when you have Pokemon with low HP. Mr. Mime, great in general. Blocks damage done to your bench. This is really relevant against something like Landorus EX, which could easily knock out Raticate in 2 hits with its Hammerhead attack. Bench Barrier shuts down the bench damage part. Chandelure EX. Don't see this guy very often. If it ever comes up where you miss your Super Fang Hypnotoxic Laser combo, let's say we can Super Fang, but we miss the Hypnotoxic Laser, so they have 10 HP left, and they retreat. Chandelure can hunt that Pokemon down with Curse Drop. For 1 Psychic Energy, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So this Pokemon is more of a cleanup kind of thing. If something gets away, we can bring him down later. We also have a Jirachi EX. Stellar Guidance is pretty cool. Gets us a supporter card. Just a great card in terms of consistency for your deck. I love running this whenever possible. We're already running 4 Fragile EXs. Why not run a 5th? And then the final Pokemon is going to be Sigilif, because, well, why not? We're playing Psychic Energy, so let's run a Safeguard Pokemon. You never know when that can come in handy. Okay, so this deck revolves around the Hypnotoxic Laser, which means we are also going to be running a Shadow Triad. Gets a Team Plasma card back from the discard pile, which is just going to be exclusively Hypnotoxic Laser, along with 3 VS Seeker to pull those right out again. VS Seeker for Shadow Triad for Hypnotoxic Laser, so we could potentially play 8 lasers in a game, which is pretty crazy, but we do need laser as much as possible. All right. 4 Professor Juniper and 4 N are pretty standard, along with your 2 Lysander. Also going to play a couple Skyla in this deck for searching out the Hypnotoxic Lasers. And a Zero Sick. He just looks cool, so I threw him in here. No, I have Enhanced Hammer and Zero Sick in here to try to slow down decks with special energy. Maybe that'll buy us some time. Because if decks do set up, they overpower us very quickly with our low HP Pokemon. So we're going to run some hammers, and Zero Sick can also remove a tool from Garbodor, even against Seismitoad EX, which gives us back the versatile ability. So, why not? Let's play a Zero Sick. We have 3 Hard Charm. Again, Mew is a very fragile Pokemon, as are Raticate and Rattata. So Hard Charm might allow us to survive a little bit longer. We have 4 Ultra Ball. Get those Pokemon out consistently and quickly. 1 Switch, 1 Escape Rope for some switching cards, and a Computer Search for the A-Spec card. I like playing Computer Search in decks with double colorless, since usually your deck is a lot better when you have the double colorless energy in your hand. So we're going to play a card that allows you to search for it. And then 5 Psychic Energy is going to round out this deck. So this deck's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how viable it will ever be. There are a lot of problems with the strategy, but hey, we don't care about that on Bad Deck Monday. We just care about having fun and some silly games. So let's jump into a game I played on Pokemon TCG Online, and it looks like I will be going first against Red Oreo 123, who is playing... one of the most annoying decks ever. Looks like Crushing Hammers and Slurpuff. We've seen a Slurpuff Seismitoad deck having some success at the City Championships pretty recently. That's it. It's Slurpuff. That tasting ability allows you to draw extra cards. Seismitoad EX for Quaking Punch, and then all of the annoying cards you can think of. Crushing Hammer, Hypnotoxic Laser, and so on and so forth. So this should be interesting. If I had to guess, I would say Seismitoad is not a good thing for me to run into, but hey, what do I know? All right, so we start off with, it's a decent hand. We got Computer Search, a couple Ultra Ball. The problem is we have too many cards that discard things and not enough actual cards to discard. So I'm going to go with the Hypnotoxic Laser, and then we'll just Computer Search. I'm just going to grab a Mew, seems okay, and then we can drop down the DC in the Dimension Valley and just Juniper the hand away. Seems like this might be the best course of action here. Try to get a Rattata into play, but nope. That's a big whiffaroo on the first turn there. So I would have loved to get Rattata into play and the Mew with the double colorless. That would have been pretty sweet, but... nope, looks like that's not going to happen. So we don't have any possibility of a turn to Super Fang. Well, we do see Crushing Hammers out of my opponent, discarding the double colorless off of my Mew. And then it looks like all sorts of stuff coming out. We saw Manectric Spirit Link get discarded with a Computer Search. So this may be some kind of... I guess Manectric, Seismitoad, Slurpuff. I don't really see Manectric in this deck very often. So it'll be a learning experience. Hurrah. Alright. So now I have a decent hand. My opponent didn't attach an energy. And I have a choice. I can actually switch. I am most certainly going to use Quaking Punch. One of the cool things about Mew, you can use your opponent's attacks. I'm going to use Quaking Punch. The question was, do I just knock out the Swirlix? Because the 10 would... knock it out with poison, or do I go after the Seismitoad? And I'm going to go after the Seismitoad. We can drop a laser down on it. And I would rather just go for the 2 prizes, I think. Don't really care about the Swirlix too much. Got the Rattata down. We can even throw down Sigilyph. And, this is not a bad situation to be in, right? We're just going to Quaking Punch my opponent. This takes away all my opponent's item cards, no hammers or anything annoying like that. That also means no switching cards. So no Hypnotoxic Laser as well. So we've kind of locked the Seismitoad into the active spot, which is pretty neat, considering we can probably get a Super Fang next turn. That would be pretty cool. We do see another Seismitoad come down, and my opponent actually passes the turn. Wow. Did not expect that. And I have another energy here. I could continue with Quaking Punch, but, you know, this is a Super Fang deck. Let's go for the Super Fang, right? I think we should probably just go for it, right? It's Bad Deck Monday. We got nothing to lose, folks. We're just going to go right for it. I'm going to play my VS Seekers while I can, while I'm not being hit by Quaking Punch. So we're going to VS Seeker for the 0-6. You never know when that's going to come in handy against Seismitoad, discarding their double colorless energy. And we're also going to VS Seeker for a Juniper, just to make sure I have a supporter. You know, VS Seeker is going to be a dead card after Quaking Punch happens. So I'll VS Seeker for another Juniper. So it was actually a pretty good turn. We got some item cards out, replaced them with supporters that could be more helpful. And there we go, Super Fang. And Seismitoad was already poisoned. So goodbye, Seismitoad. You just got bit into pieces by Mew's Super Fang, copying Raticate. And this is the kind of thing you only get on Bad Deck Monday, folks. Mew's chomping Seismitoads in half, thanks to Raticate in some Dimension Valley weird thing. Alright, so we see a Lysander onto the Chandelure. Chandelure is one of the worst Pokemon I could have started with. Jirachi is only the other bad Pokemon I could have started with. Chandelure has a 2 retreat cost. His attack is not particularly good. And he stays asleep. What are you doing, Chandelure? Oh, you're letting the team down, man. Well, that's pretty disappointing, I have to say. So I'm just going to attach a DC to the bench and pass the turn. You know, it's always questionable attaching that double colorless there because Enhanced Hammer exists, right? So it could just get discarded right away. But I'm probably going to have to Juniper next turn anyway, so let's just go ahead and burn one. And thank goodness Chandelure does wake up this time, so we can go ahead and drop that double colorless on the active and retreat and continue our assault. All right, here we go. Going to retreat to my Mew EX, and I think we only got one choice here, folks. That is Super Fang. 170 damage put right onto that Seismitoad EX. Cannot play Hypnotoxic Lasers because of Quaking Punch, but you know what? That's fine. We're fine with this. It certainly could be worse because, I mean, we got a prize lead. My opponent doesn't really seem like he's going to be able to take a knockout here. The worst thing that can happen is another laser, and I don't see one quite yet. Slurpuff's tasting will get my opponent an extra card. But, yeah, just a Quaking Punch for 30. This is going our way, man. This is going very, very well. I cannot believe this. We are taking it to the Seismitoad deck, alternating between Quaking Punch and Super Fang. And, you know, this turn, why not? Let's just Quaking Punch again. I could Skyla for a laser here, but I feel like I would rather just keep the Skyla in my deck. No matter what comes active, it'll probably be an EX attacking me, so I don't need to really worry about playing a Lysander next turn. Let's just Quaking Punch for 30, knocking out another Seismitoad. What is going on in this world here? Mew knocking out Seismitoad with Quaking Punch. Manectric EX is going to come out, but since we use Quaking Punch, there's no way any Spirit Link could happen. There's no way any Muscle Band or Laser could happen. So really, Mew is safe from being knocked out. Assault Laser is the worst thing that could happen here, and it's only 60 damage. So you can see Mew, pretty powerful card. It can control the game sometimes. So we do just see the Assault Laser, and that means we can Skyla for a Hypnotoxic Laser. And, oh, my opponent doesn't give me the satisfaction. Oh, man. Well, we know what happens there, folks. Hypnotoxic Laser for the poison. Super Fang for the knockout. And Mew Raticate is going to take down Seismitoad, Slurpuff, and Manectric. Never underestimate the power of Mew EX. It's a fragile 120 HP EX, but it can use anyone's attacks. And that includes Raticate. Just don't underestimate Mew. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I will certainly have some more for you soon. I am Pooka from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.